Everyone has a story to tell, and every story is a good one. But again, I think I'm very lucky because I come from that corner. You know, I am more the creative type. I always wanted to tell stories. You look at very old advertisements, for example, Benetton, the clothing company, they were in the 80s, they were so provocative and they did so much storytelling just with images that it was really, really impressive. I think in the 80s and 90s there was a time where it changed, where all the advertising agencies popped up and it was all about catchy slogans, the shorter the better. And then when the online world kicked in, it changed. Because the short slogans didn't work at all anymore because it was not enough anymore. I come from the storytelling part, which I think is a big advantage now because it became so popular. So I started personally as a journalist and I was always into writing. So actually at the age of 8, I already told everyone that I will be a journalist. You know, no princess, no nothing. I just wanted to be a journalist. Not to trust on too many trends. You know, it's so much in the online world about being individual now, being real, being authentic. So I would really recommend to look what they stand for, why they're doing it. It's all there already, and not to try to be something or to get there what they are not at the moment. It's okay to fail. You know, I made so many mistakes during my professional career in content marketing as well, and they always bring you to the next level in some way. So I love digging for stories. I love to be creative, to think outside of the box, to surprise. I do like the writing part as well, because I used to work as a journalist and I still like it, but I hardly do it anymore. I'm also more on the strategy side now, so I like a lot to actually build a content strategy and to achieve a goal by really looking how all the channels you have to use and the content you will have, how they interact with each other and how they can push each other to the next level and so on. That's what nowadays, after almost 15 years experience in content marketing, I enjoy the most. Brainstorming, really. I mean, straightforward, boring answer, but you have to. I mean, if I stick to business, you know, it's really about, for me, getting as much input as possible. Even I love to be creative and I think I am a creative person. I cannot expect that I have the best idea all the time. That's impossible. You know, like everyone, you have good days and bad days. And sometimes the best ideas come from people that are actually not expert in the field because they have a totally different mindset and a free mind, and they just shoot an idea and you're suddenly like, oh my God. You know, on that I can really build up and build around a huge story. And it's really sad because, I mean, I worked as a print journalist and I started at a time where it was still normal to travel a lot as a journalist and to be very creative. I worked for a magazine where we created like 15 pages story with high quality paper, really beautiful pictures, you know, on double page, and it was an amazing, amazing time. And not one person from the time back is a journalist anymore. I can live with a journalist. They all moved on. The only world that still survives somehow is newspaper, you know. And even they can travel less and less. And I have friends, they really tried to stick to be a journalist. They said, I'm not going to turn into a marketer because I'm a journalist. And eventually they had to, so I definitely agree. And magazines buy online and the prices go down and down and down because there's so many freelancers that offer a cheaper price. So yeah, unfortunately, yes.